everyone, Joeypals here, and welcome to episode 7 of Speedy Pit How To. In this episode, we're going to be covering how to best speedrun Chapter 7, the Seafloor Palace of Kid Icarus, Uprising. So this chapter is where things get a little lengthy. As you can see with my splits here, this one takes 11 minutes, this one takes another 10 minutes, and this one takes about 18 minutes. So these two are easily going to be a big chunk of time. However, with enough effort, you can easily zip through kind of like this, and possibly even faster. So let's go ahead and land, and we will get started. There is no landing animation we have to skip this time, so that'll be pretty simple. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do during episode 6, which I just finished recording, and I'm going to pause and explain. So right behind Pit here, you're going to see a couple things. You're going to see these two staircases. Now it doesn't matter which side you go up. There's also going to be some ornamentation off to the sides. Off to the right here is going to be a 9.0 difficulty gate, which we do not need to go through. So let's go ahead and focus on the correct way, shall we? And that's just going to be to the left here. You're gonna also use a lightweights.
Good luck, you two. Thanks for your help.
There's going to be some enemies in here that you need to squish. Starts with some shootable enemies, and then it's gonna be 2 vases. You do want to kill a little time on the ground, so that way you can get rid of the Armin. Also, get used to Thanatos, he's an interesting character. On the grind rails here, it is going to be the one that goes down the hole that you want to drop down. I believe it's the blue, might be the pink, we'll see.
Just give us the key to the underworld and we won't be forced to harm you.
Impatient as always, I see. But since you've come all this way, wouldn't you like to stay and catch up for a bit? Oh, pretty please.
So you're not going to give up the key?
No need to get all huffy now. I'll have you know that I much prefer honey to vinegar, and I prefer witty repartee to any condiment.
This is getting nowhere. Our goal here is to track down Medusa, right?
Everything okay?
It just surprised me.
There are more holes in the floor around you, so be careful. It makes us both look bad when you fall. Oh, and it hurts too.
Hurts me more than it hurts you, Palutena. And where you just kill off the enemies in this room, and then there's this door. With this door, there's a short little ride up, and then a new pathway. You don't need to use any powers because there's a nice little ice room in here. So you kill off that guy, kill off this guy, and he's dead. Easy enough. In this room, there's going to be a very slow-moving elevator, as you can see.
Now approaching the second floor.
This play-by-play really isn't necessary.
Yes, it is, Pit. We're gonna use the tirelessness here.
Are you two ignoring me?
I forgot about this room. Okay, so it would be after this room, because there is a little bit distance you have to go. We can maybe make this work, though. Because we have to dash around here. There's this trap door.
Just your run-of-the-mill trap door. Shake it off and keep moving.
And then there's this area where you want to use the other lightweight, so you can just dash through this giant hallway as quickly as possible.
See that mollusk-like enemy? It's called a vacuum.
What's its deal?
It absorbs the energy of ranged shots and then fires it back at you as a laser. Until it fires at you, though, it remains protected by an armored shell.
Well, if it's hungry for shots, the only thing to do is shoot it. I'll get it out of that shell any way I have to.
That room that we were just in is easily one of the rooms where it's a lot better to have the beam claws instead of the artillery claws. That first enemy that we were fighting, the Vat Clume, is one of the most difficult to deal with, simply because any and all range shots that you do are just going to go straight to the Vac Plume, which isn't exactly ideal.
Something, Thanatos. You are the god of death, are you not? And if the underworld is the land of the dead, why don't you outrank Medusa?
I'm not really interested in climbing the corporate ladder. You wouldn't believe the amount of overtime you have to put in. Plus, that sort of strict hierarchy isn't the underworld style.
And then in this room, you just dash to the left,
What was that? You see,
and then there's more enemies that you have to kill off in here.
I can't hear you.
It's hard to get a good read on him. You can't tell if he's weird or just did.
Why not both, Pit? Why not both? There's a total of 4 waves of enemies. It starts off with those two. You got that chick over there. I don't know its exact name, so I just call it Chick. And then this is wave 4 right here. Starts with this guy. And then it's these 2 enemies. And then, just straight into Thanatos. Thanatos, kind of like the Dark Pit battle, is a little bit of RNG, because he has a whole bunch of forms, including Sword, Jar, Foot, Bat, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But 2 that you really don't want to see are the Jar and the Nesting Dolls. So if either of those come up, it's a feels bad, man. Just try to get through it as quickly as possible. Alright, let's see what we got.
Thanatos is a skilled chameleon. Don't be surprised if he changes. A foot? Really? How much harm could...
Okay, Foot is good. Foot you could just easily dash like that. And Sword is good too.
What's this? Looks like there's something inside of the doll.
The Nesting Dolls are not good.
Thanatos? He's a mini Thanatos? I wonder if they sell these in gift shop.
And of course, Palutena is thinking about shopping at a time like this. Thanks, Palutena.
Rushing victory!
Crushing defeat. Alright, so looking at time here, we're gonna want to get this done in about 10 minutes, 4 seconds. Which I think we could do. 10 minutes, 4 seconds? Seems somewhat feasible anyway. Alright. And let's begin. I'm gonna be a little quiet here because there's a lot of dialogue, and the dialogue really shines this chapter. So, yeah.
Duty calls and Pit answers.
We need to refocus our efforts on Medusa. So today's target is Thanatos, god of death.
Thanatos? You mean the Thanatos? Wait, who's Thanatos again?
Back in the 80s, Thanatos took the form of a snake on Medusa's head. He's quite the chameleon, you see, and that was his look back then.
Great fashion sense.
Mm-hmm.
But as god of death, he must be a big deal in the underworld army.
He possesses a key to the underworld, and he's leading Medusa's invasion of the sea.
So are we fighting his forces in the sea?
Yes, sir.
How am I supposed to do that?
Just use your gills. Tell me, Pit, how are you with branchial respiration?
Oh, no worries.
I'm minored in branchial respiration.
Wait, you're crazy.
Okay, just hold your breath then. For about 2 hours.
I said you're crazy.
And yet you love her anyway, Pit.
And smell the ocean.
We're heading to Thanatos' base, the Seafloor Palace.
You were kidding about holding my breath, right?
Watch and learn, pupil. Witness the true power of the goddess of light.
Ready, set, dun 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 dun. Spoiler warning, she can't do this.
Outdone yourself, Lady Palutena.
Next stop is Seafloor Palace.
That's not something someone that can just shine pretty lights can do. Let's just get that clear now.
This is just one more bullet point on your already impressive resume.
What can I say? I'm an overachiever.
Oh no. Just 1 second there, lad.
Oh!
Lord Poseidon.
Lies don't become a lady.
I'm sorry. The candy goddess have a little fun.
No.
So that sea parting business was...
Was
was obviously my doing, silly boy.
Pull off an attack on the Seafloor Palace. I went to the sea god himself.
It all makes sense now.
I wouldn't allow anyone else to part my
In fact, I have mine to put it back together.
No, please don't do that.
Yes, put it back together. You are disrupting the sea life beyond compare.
We're going deeper now.
Okay, I will say there is actually a little bit of the underwater section that we're gonna have to watch out for. It's not immediate though, so
Obliged, Lord
just
Poseidon.
keep in mind that there's stuff we gotta look out for.
forces were contained in the underworld, but extending their reach to the sea and land is completely unacceptable. As the goddess of light, it falls on you to destroy them. I have faith in you, Minnie.
You have my word.
Mine too.
I guess this used to be a city?
Yes, but I sunk it long ago.
Sunk it?
Okay, so that enemy with the skull, well, that is the skull, is called an Orn. The Orn is a one-hit kill. So, try to avoid it. With there, it's a simple dash to the side. They're pretty easy to avoid.
Saying that every coral
Chapter 9, if you're not going in with the 3 sacred treasures to improve your time,
coral.
which by the way you can only do with old file runs, it gets a little hectic trying to avoid them. A lot of crossing your fingers.
Lord, only a little longer until
But we'll cross that bridge when we get to chapter 9. Right now we're on 7, so...
That's the Seafloor Palace. I thought it'd be covered in barnacles and kelp, but it's actually really nice.
I'll be closing up the sea now. It should wipe out any underworld stragglers.
Just give us one more moment.
Please! I'm not wearing a life vest!
Okay, so like I said, 10 minutes, 6 seconds. So we have about 5 minutes to try to traverse this entire place. So let's do it. Ooh.
The sea is closed now.
See, even I trip myself up sometimes.
Good luck, you two.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, goody! Yes! Protecting an impregnable fortress can take it awfully long.
Is that you, Thanatos?
Actually, I go by Thanatos now. Yes, ages more. Amazing!
Have we met before?
I'm wounded. Truly I am. I know it's been a while, but surely you haven't forgotten your old foe.
Yes, I have.
Sorry. There are just so many foes and only one of me.
You know we've crushed Medusa's other commanders, Thanatos.
Palutena just
Give
gets
us
straight to the
chance,
business.
and we won't be forced to harm you.
Impatient as always, I see. Since you've come all this way, wouldn't you like to stay and catch up for a bit? Oh, pretty please.
So you're not going to give up the key.
No need to get all huffy now. I'll have you know that I much prefer honey to vinegar, and I prefer witty repartee to any condiment.
This is getting nowhere. Ugh!
Everything okay?
Just surprised.
No.
There are more holes in the floor around you, so be careful. It makes us both look bad when you fall. Oh, and it hurts too.
That was a lot more solid of a room.
Aren't we here already?
Yes, but there's good news. A new path has appeared. Follow it to move forward.
Whoa! It's slippery.
Isn't skating just delightful?
I wish
This
I
room was bad.
Yeah.
It happens, though. It definitely happens. Just gotta keep up the vibe and don't worry too much about it.
Going up. Now approaching the second floor.
This play-by-play really isn't necessary.
Now approaching the 3rd floor. We'll go ahead and use the lightweight here again. so not a good room. Definitely not a good room.
Just your run-of-the-mill trapdoor. Shake it off and keep moving.
Alright, let's see if we can make up for it in this room here with all the snacks.
See that mollusk-like enemy? It's called a vacuum.
So what's the deal?
It absorbs the energy of ranged shots and then fires it back at you as a laser. Until it fires at you, though, it remains protected by an armored shell.
Well, if it's hungry for shots,
Okay, that was a lot
do
better.
is shoot it.
That
I'll
was
get it out of
definitely a
shell
lot
any way
better.
I have to. What's this?
Looks like a moving platform. Stay on it.
Let me jazz things up for you with Midge. We do have to keep things interesting.
Woohoo! He's almost like a crackhead Winnie the Pooh when he does that little laugh.
Trooping, little trooper.
I'm curious about something, Thanatos.
Yes.
You are the god of death, are you not? And if the underworld is the land of the dead, why don't you outrank Medusa?
I'm not really interested in climbing a corporate weapon. You wouldn't believe the amount of overtime you have to put in. Plus, that sort of strict
It's easier if you need to just take the hit.
style.
You're avoiding my question.
What was that? You seem to be cutting out. La 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 la. I can't hear you.
It's hard to get a good read on him. I can't tell if he's weird or just dim.
Why not both, Pit? You can be both weird and you can be dim. Okay. So we actually have about a minute here to defeat Thanatos, which is pretty nice, all things considered. We do have 3 forms that we need to go through, but...
The old chameleon. Don't be surprised if you change.
Oh look, he's a bat. And now he's a sword.
No need to sound a foot.
And a foot. That is probably the best roll you could get in terms of powers.
Rushing victory.
That is a nice split. That's an A+ split. If we were to take and apply it here with the 6-7, that would put it at about, let's see, 10 minutes and then subtract 18 seconds.
Pick up that gem, Pit.
That would be about...
This is our key to the underworld.
I'm trying to do math right now. It's not working out.
Far left, but first we have to get you geared up for the final battle.
Okay, that split right there is 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes 44 seconds. So actually, it's just a good split of about a second there. But at the same time, wait a minute, that's 55. 10 minutes 44 seconds is what this is. Meaning, if we add on 30 seconds we subtracted earlier, that's about a 32-second time save, which is pretty damn nice. It would have reversed everything that we experienced in Chapter 5 and Chapter 6. So, hey, we did good. We did good. Alright, thank you guys for watching episode 7 of Speedy Pit How To. My name is Joeypals, and who knows, I might end up recording another episode or 2 tonight or tomorrow. Alright, take care. Bye. Oh fuck, that's not my tagline. This is Joeypals signing out. See, I can trip myself up sometimes too. Bye y'all.